All right, good morning everybody. Day 66. It is April 5th, Thursday. Look at that view. I just climbed just a little bit out of the shelter, high top shelter. So I'm assuming this is High Top Mountain. Really beautiful view here this morning. It's cold. It was cold in the shelter last night. Got down to 22. Wind was blowing ferociously till about 1 a.m. Fortunately, I was protected from the wind with the shelter, but it did get down to 22. It was about 22 when I got up this morning, so it's still probably no more than 25. It's cold. You can hear and see the ground's all frozen. You're supposed to get up to 48 today. It's supposed to stay sunny and beautiful, which is great. Tonight, 38 degrees. Tomorrow, I think it's going to be in the 50s. Shouldn't get any rain tomorrow. I think it'll be fine. Today is going to be clear skies all day. It's a beautiful day to hike as soon as it warms up a little bit. But we've got a little over 24 miles to do today. That's what I'm trying to do. Good news is about 20 miles in, I got a friend that is going to try to bring me some dinner at this campground that I'll hit. So hopefully that'll work out, and then eat that, then have like another 3-ish to go to the shelter. And if I could do all that today, hit that 24, then that would leave me about 14 tomorrow to get down to the Gap, to go into Luray. I'm staying at the Open Arms Hostel in Luray tomorrow night, so I can get picked up from the Gap there. So tomorrow would be kind of compared to 24, 14 is like nothing. So I have kind of a 14-mile Nero tomorrow into Luray. I'll be able to get some resupply, just relax. It'll be nice to be able to do that. And then I gotta check on the weather, see how bad the snow is gonna be on Saturday, because I might stay another night at the shelter, at the hostel, maybe try to slack pack Saturday. I don't know. So, with those plans, I got some tentative plans in place for Saturday, Sunday, and going into the early part of next week. By Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, I hope to be, pushing the 1,000-mile mark and getting out of Virginia, hitting West Virginia, hitting the Harper's Ferry. All right, everybody, we're closing in on about 12 miles in for the day. It's about 1:20. As you can see, it's a beautiful day. It's warming up. It's probably in the 40s. It's a lot warmer than 22 like it was this morning. A couple things I want to mention from comments on the page. Number one, somebody asked me about my socks. I do have a pair of Darn Tough and a pair of Farm to Feet. And I kind of just rotate those. Then I have a sleep pair that I use really as a third backup. They're people socks, they're called. They're just thick wool socks. I have hiked in them, like on town days. But between the Darn Tough and the Farm to Feet, they're both doing fine. I think I prefer Farm to Feet over Darn Tough. That's just me. They're thinner. They have certain parts of the sock that have more cushion, where Darn Tough is just kind of like the same thickness the whole way. So I kind of like that about the Farm to Feet. So I probably prefer Farm to Feet if I had to pick between the two. But they're both fine, and they're both doing good so far. The other thing people asked about the Garmin InReach Explorer I got, and I've got the unlimited text on it. I really like it. And the difference between it and the Spot is that unlimited text. I get weather reports, and so if I don't have cell service, as long as I got a clear view of the sky, I can get a text out. So that's what I really like about the Garmin. It's more expensive, definitely, but just depends on how you want to keep in touch at home. And with the wife and kid, you know, they can always text me and vice versa. And also they can track me too, because I have it set to drop like a cookie every 30 minutes so that they can track my progress. So I really do like the Garmin for those features. But if you don't have a significant other and you don't have people that are bugging you all the time, that really don't care about you, you know. So if you have no one that loves you, then the Spot's fine. You know, this way you got SOS. But if you have people that love you, that like to keep up with you, yeah, I think the Garmin's better. That's just my personal opinion. So it all depends whether or not you have friends. I'm just kidding. That's just a joke. I don't need any comments on that. But anyway, so that's that. All right, well, we're going to get back to hiking, because I should have some cheeseburgers waiting for me at the campground, courtesy of a friend of mine. So got to get there by 5, get some cheeseburgers. All right, see you. All right, everybody, so it's 3 o'clock. We are about 4.5 miles from the little spur trail that'll take me to the campground. A little short spur trail. Take me to the campground, meet up with my cheeseburger that a friend is bringing. So looks like I'm right on time. I should be able to be there by 5. That's when I told him. Might be there a little early. That's fine. So got that, and then I will have, after I eat that, visit with him, I'll have 3.1 miles to go to the shelter. So, yeah, as long as I leave there by 6, be at the shelter by 7:15, 7:30, you know, that give me a good 30 minutes of daylight to get set up. I won't have to eat. It's just a matter of laying my stuff out, brush my teeth, hanging my food bag, you know, hitting the potty, and that's it. So it'd be a 24.9 day, I think, if I do it, just under, or I'm sorry, 23.9, just under 24 miles if I do all that, and get a cheeseburger. That'd be a big day. And then we'll see what the weather's going. You know, last night they were saying 38, 39 tonight. I'll have to run the weather when I get there, but if that's the case, it'd be like a friggin' heat wave compared to 22. So I'd be happy with high 30s. Anyway, a couple other things I want to mention. KT tape, gotta have it. All right, screw moleskin. KT tape, it can cover your blisters. It can help with strains. It can, if you get little holes in your puffy jacket, you can just patch it up with that. You know, holes, or as I like to call them, memories. KT tape is the bomb. Gotta have it on your trip. Always have KT tape. You know, I kind of strained my leg the other day. Put some KT tape on it. Hurt like hell Tuesday. By the end of the day, it was still hurting, but not that much. Yesterday, hardly hurting at all. And today, haven't really felt it. Still got the KT tape on it. That stuff is great stuff. So, highly recommend that. All right, we'll talk to you later. All right, welcome to my living room. I'm about 7/10 of a mile from the tiny little spur trail that goes to the campsite, where I'm going to pick up my dinner from a friend of mine. So, and then after I eat that and all that stuff, I have 3.1 to go to the shelter. That's it. It's about 4:27. So I should be able to hit the spur trail about 4:45, 10 to 5, just in time to get there at 5 o'clock. dear. Don't mind me, I'm just walking through. It's cool. Hey, Buck. What's up, dude? What's up with the horns? How's life being a deer? Say hi to your mother for me. Okay, that was kind of freaky. That's what happens when they know they're not being hunted. Kind of like the honey badger. They don't give a darn. Oh well. I think this is my spur trail to get my cheeseburger. Alright, I must take it. Alright, so I had a lady back a few miles ago offer me a beer. We were getting to her parking lot. She was there doing some hiking. Walked to her car and she didn't have her cooler. So apparently she's come up here and left these for me. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. 2 beers. Enjoy them at Rock Springs Shelter. That's where I'm going. We'll take them with us. Alright, so to kind of add on. So maybe a couple miles ago, I don't know, a couple miles before I got to the campground, get to a parking lot, and run into this lady. She's hiking. She's going to her car there at the parking lot. And she says to me, "Are you a thru hiker?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So we talk a little bit, and she's like, "Hey, would you like a beer? I got a beer and a cooler in my car right here at the parking lot." So I'm like, "Sure." So we go over there, and her son's there and stuff, and she opens up the car, and she goes, "Oh, damn." She didn't have the cooler in the car, and she felt so bad for making me walk over to her car for nothing. And I said, "Oh, it's no big deal. I'm actually meeting a friend here, you know, in a couple hours. They're gonna bring me some food up at the campsite, up at the campground." So of course I go up to the campground, 5 o'clock. You know, I get there, and sure enough, Jay, buddy of mine who's in law enforcement, he'd been up in this area on vacation with his family and wanted to kind of, you know, bring me some food. So he hooked me up with a cheeseburger, fries, and a piece of peanut butter pie and a Coke. Peanut butter pie, you hear that? It was delicious. It was all good. Ate it all. Got to spend some time with Jay. Talked to him a little bit. I appreciate it. I know he's watching this. Definitely hit the spot and motivated me to do this next 3.1 miles. So then we leave. You know, obviously we part ways. I get back on the trail. I'm still kind of skirting the campground. The trail kind of skirts the outsides of the campground. And sure enough, I see at a tree 2 bottles of beer sitting in the little 6-pack thing with a note that says, "To the AT northbound hiker, I promised the beer to, you know, here's 2. Enjoy them at Rock Hill or Rock Spring Shelter tonight," which is, you know, where I'm going. So I picked up the 2 beers, put them in my pack, wrote a little thank you note back to her, and heading on my way. So tonight I will have a nightcap. It will be a non-scouting event tonight. So Scoutmaster will be allowed to have a nightcap before he goes to sleep tonight after I crush this next 3 miles to the campsite. So now I'll just leave it at that for the rest of the for today, day 66. Great day. It's going to end up being almost a 24-mile day, but filled with cheeseburgers and peanut butter pie and beer. So, and pretty much nice sunny weather at least. A little cool. Cold when I got up this morning, but it won't be as cold tonight. So all in all, day 66, good day.